different objectives and strategies, so it's not just gonna be the same map over and over.
All right, that would be nice because always one map is
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, like it seems they're exploring more than just the
User
basic
joined your
concept.
channel.
And you're gonna be able to choose between skills, so you won't just have the
Sorry
same
guys, are you
four
going
skills.
to going to create the game or something? We are actually waiting.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sure. We were just talking here about
Excited
Blizzard,
about Heart of the
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm.
User left your channel.
Are you gonna host a game?
Yes, I'm just setting up the stream a bit further.
Okay, I can host it.
Right, how do we have the names join?
Oh, okay, never mind. Christoph host.
Oh, okay, that's fine. What are people's names again? Alright, so yeah, anyway. I don't know, has there been actually a gameplay of Heroes of the Storm?
Kinda. Just not like a real match, but they showed what it looked like and stuff like that.
Alright. Interesting. I'm intrigued, like whenever the game becomes playable.
Right, right.
I'm always on all beta channels, so although I think there was no option for it. Yeah, Costas, we're ready to go. Hey everybody, by the way, welcome to the channel. My name is BUGZ, and with me here is Sarab.
Yeah, hello, I'm Thomas.
Oh, who's Thomas? Yeah, and we're gonna bring to you a match of the StarCraft third Golden Bug tournament. The match is from the intermediate player bracket, and it's between Christoph playing as DaKrist versus Andre playing as kAzeN.
Yes, so it's gonna be very exciting. Yes, we are ready. Go,
Yeah,
go.
Costas are ready. The game is starting. I think for simplicity's sake, we're gonna stick to the player names, not the actual names, but
Right.
their names, because it's better than switching between all the time.
Yeah, let's see. I'll try and do that. kAzeN and DaKrist. Zerg versus Protoss on Aklon waste. This is usually a map where we could see hours upon hours of swarm hosts sieging the Protoss base until someone leaves in frustration.
And we have in the bottom right of the map the green Zerg, DaKrist.
And in the top left we have blue Protoss kAzeN.
Yeah,
So,
the game is starting off. I'm just checking with the people in the stream.
so is it safe to say that Christoph is the slight favorite here? I mean, he used to be pretty high on the ladder, but kAzeN has been practicing a lot, so I don't know what he has up his sleeves for this map.
Yeah, I think kAzeN has done quite some training in the past. While I believe DaKrist was more busy playing Diablo 3 over the past half year or more, even
Okay.
since the last tournament, basically. So otherwise, I would say DaKrist is definitely the favorite in this matchup, because he did win the first Golden Bug tournament, and he was runner-up in the third place in the second tournament. So he definitely has something to show here. Well, I'm not sure kAzeN's placement in the matches, but he was not amongst the best three.
Right. Like it seems in StarCraft, once you've reached a certain level, even if you take a break, it's fairly easy to return to that level with just a few games. It's the increasing your rank that's really difficult.
Yeah, that's right. You don't lose how to play StarCraft, but you get really slow at most things, and that is essentially the problem.
Right.
The timings, the speeds, and you have to probably look up any changes that have been done to the game, balance
true.
changes. So it's while it is easy to get back, it's as it has always been with StarCraft and these kind of games, that it's near impossible to master, or it takes a long time.
That's very true. Even the highest level, you see those mistakes happening. Like StarCraft is really a game of who can make fewer mistakes.
And
he did get the cannon up in time. Like it seems like DaKrist was going for a semi-early pool, but it's not gonna do anything. But it wasn't so early that it's gonna put him economically behind.
I almost thought he didn't manage to get the Zealot in there. He almost forgot the stop command. But but he did. Well, it was only 4 Zerglings, but if they could have gotten into the mineral line, they could have done a little bit of distraction. Maybe kill 1 worker or 2, but also prevent others from mining.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
you have to wait for the Stalker to actually get to the Zerglings if you keep microing them around.
So we have what is Christoph doing here? He's now expanding, but he's double expanding. He's going directly for 3 bases, seeing how Andre is going a bit in the defensive with a Forge Fast expand, since he wants to stay 1 base ahead, 1 mining base ahead as a Zerg.
Right. And then, well, it's kind of interesting because he decided to get his cybernetics core before the Nexus, so he could potentially do like a very, very fast gateway pressure that would catch Zerg off guard, because it would hit like way sooner than normal. But yeah, I'm not sure what he is opting for yet.
That's difficult to say at the moment. The mineral income is higher for DaKrist, while he has no gas just yet. Problem is, kAzeN has only one gateway, and it's not on warp gate yet, so he cannot really produce much to come up with an early push.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see.
He does have the mothership core, so if he had maybe 3 stalkers on top of his units right now, he may be do a careful poke with the option to return to home with a mass recall.
It's actually going to be a Stargate, which is a very good choice too.
A Stargate and no proxy. So I think we're going to see an Oracle here, but DaKrist has this Overlord just past the edge. So if he sees that Stargate, then he will be prepared.
Definitely, definitely.
But that depends if he's going to move this Overlord, or is he not going to move it.
Yeah, like 7 minutes is usually a good time to send in the Overlord if you want to find out what the Protoss is up to. It's usually when they decide what tech path to take.
Yeah, and the tech path is Stargate and Robo Facility. I'm not sure if he's maybe not overcompensating with 2 bases only, because he does only mine with 2 probes on his second base, so he won't be able to stem all that, but maybe the robotics facility is only there for the observer to see what Christoph is doing. Double Evo chamber for DaKrist. And, well, DaKrist is not mining from his third base at all. 2 queens there, but no mining happening.
Right.
He did not spawn larva, but he did see the Stargate and immediately throws down
great scout.
2 spore crawlers.
Right. But I like the choice, like with Phoenixes, with the increased range since Heart of the Swarm, you can still pick up workers and overlords even if they have a spore crawler protecting. So it's not gonna be completely useless now at all.
And that's right, the Phoenixes, but he would first need the fleet beacon for the increased range. And that is another expense that Andre may not be able to stem right now, because he is mining. Let's see the mineral income. He doesn't mine enough gas, I believe. He's only mining from 1 extractor assimilator in the second base. Now he's adding workers, but I'm not sure. He's not really high on resources overall.
That's true. Though they did give, I don't remember the exact number, but I think the Phoenix got like 1 increase in range without the upgrade, and then you
Oh.
could further increase it. I'm not
That I'm not aware of, to be honest. But that
like
would
I'm very tired of the Phoenix killing my workers despite the spawns everywhere. So it's bitter experience talking.
yeah. Let's see how it works. But there's 2 queens and 1 spine crawler, and the first Phoenix almost goes down. But kAzeN
Overlord.
is going for the Overlords. He does want to supply block DaKrist, which is not so easy because he has 19 ahead. Supply ahead.
When the transfuse.
Nice
Good move.
transfuse on the Overlord. 2 more queens. There's no bulging. He will not get in, and 1 Phoenix goes down. But
So many queens everywhere. Like
I
it seems
believe
if you cannot catch a break.
the Phoenixes are just a distraction because in his base he's
Right.
going for the thermal lands.
Right.
That means he is not going to commit to this Stargate play.
Yeah, that was like he's not committed on those 2 Phoenixes were all that he was making. That's interesting.
Well, he does have the option to later add on some
Right.
some
that's
Void
great.
Rays, which is always good.
point.
Void Rays and Colossi is a very nice mix. If you bring it into a big fat Protoss death ball,
Yes.
then there's not much that can stop you, maybe other than swarm hosts.
Yeah, that's quite accurate.
Oh,
And even if we saw a muter switch, like it's good to have the option available.
we have an Overseer here in kAzeN space, and very nice, a Changeling. Let's see how long it takes kAzeN to notice this Changeling.
Yeah.
But it does give DaKrist, quite some view on the base. kAzeN now going for his 3rd base. He's breaking the rocks to get this second natural expansion here. While DaKrist himself is going for the 4th base.
It seems like DaKrist is opting for a strategy that I like very much. Upgraded links with infestors and going for Ultralisk. It's such a strong strategy.
He
And
will.
if the Protoss doesn't identify it and makes a ton of immortals, it's really
Yeah.
gonna be difficult to stay alive.
Well, the problem is there's a lot of Zerglings, but with the Colossi and the High Templars together, the Zerglings
Right.
won't be that successful.
Right.
Maybe it is that DaKrist still thinks there will be there will be much air units on the map, but he will. Oh my God! Did he
He got
cancel?
the base. No, he didn't cancel at
He
all.
did not cancel. Oh my God! This is terrible for kAzeN, and he did not shoot down the rock tower. He just lets his base go to waste. Not sure what is happening here. He could have even canceled those pylons, but did not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he needed to be that afraid of those
Oh.
things. Like with force fields and Colossus, I think he could have taken
For-
those. pretty
forget
handily.
Yeah, forget what I said. DaKrist knows that there are a lot of Colossi on the field. He has had an Overseer in kAzeN's main base all along.
Oh,
He just took it down. Now he's taking the rock towers and tries to rebuild his 3rd base, which he desperately needs with DaKrist having 3 mining bases, even though the 3rd is not really well saturated.
yeah, that's true.
Neither is the 2nd, actually. Only the 1st one is almost oversaturated in comparison to the others. Another Phoenix making its way down to the south, to the main base. Probably more for scouting purposes than anything else. The Ultralisk Cavern. He should really see this Ultralisk Cavern, or otherwise this is gonna be hard for
It's
him
really.
to counter.
Yeah, it really is. You need the perfect response versus this. And too many Colossus. Like, even if they're good against the Lynx, but it's not gonna matter when the Ultralisks are banging on your door.
Yeah,
and
if you have... Yeah. Exactly. If he has nothing to block those Ultralisks for a certain amount of time, his
Right.
Colossi will not be able to do much.
Yeah, it's actually quite counterintuitive that if you see this style from Zerg, it might actually be better just to pump out Immortals. Even though they are way worse while the Zerg has Lynx, it's gonna help so much when the ultras come. It's way more important than the Colossus for the links.
Definitely. If you have a good bunch of zealots with decent armor upgrades, and I think no, he does not have. He only has Protoss 1 armor. But
Yeah.
if you have that, then they should be able to take out the links while
Right,
your colossi
yes.
burn away, and then
Exactly.
you maybe have enough time to climb up to a ridge and then take out the ultralisks without
Right.
losing too much. It
Yeah.
does require quite some micro, but the base is well built. The map is well built to pull that off.
And kAzeN sees that there's a spire coming as well. That's very important information and scary as hell. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do now? Because you have ultras you need to worry about, but he could switch to air very fast on this economy, so that's,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
6
very
ultralisks being produced for DaKrist, which is a lot
tough.
for kAzeN to handle. He does not have immortals. He only has zealots and stalkers. In total, together 17 units. Well, he has 5 colossi, which is pretty good.
This is a pretty good map. Like, this
But-
would be a very scary timing right now for the Protoss, but
Look at this army from DaKrist. He has,
yes,
oh my god, that is 10 ultralisks. And
Yes.
I don't know how many zerglings. Very many indeed.
yeah, yeah.
Another ultralisk gonna join the fray. While kAzeN is doing his second upgrades, he should chrono boost them now because he will need them very soon, especially since he's standing in the map exposed like this.
Yeah, he should really go up the ramp as soon as, because this
He
like
will
right
see the army now, and oh my god, I hope he does
my
not
God.
engage. Oh no,
This is gonna be so scary.
he's running in. Nice storms. One failed entirely, but oh my god, those ultralisks. The zerglings are all gone, but the ultralisks just bite away at those colossi, and there's nothing, really nothing that kAzeN can do.
That was brutal, and he still has 10 ultralisks. Like,
He's-
none of them died.
He's going for 4 Archons, but will they come in time, or will those ultras actually destroy the Archons before they can do anything?
Ultras around.
One ultra is almost dead, but he does not get it. Oh, nice photon overcharge on the damaged ultralisk, but it does not really do much damage at all.
He didn't even get it.
No, 2 life left on this ultralisk. Hero ultralisk on the move.
Yeah.
kAzeN calls the GG. And this was our first game.
Definitely.
DaKrist gets the win, basically because kAzeN did have a bad placement of his units. It was good from the idea to be able to cover both bases, base entries, but in the end he just ran into this army of melee
Yep.
charnel, and
Right.
he just didn't manage to take the win here because his death ball was basically surrounded by ultralisks, and that is
Yes,
never a good
yeah.
thing.
Like, I think this was actually a strategic loss, or what you would call it, because they were about equal in spending their resources, about equal in their actions per minute, and supply block, we even have the Protoss with slightly less supply block. He was a bit behind economically, but you can kind of expect that in this matchup. So it was basically just the choice of strategy and being out in the open that sealed the deal in this game.
To a certain point, it was also the upgrades, because DaKrist had a lot of more upgrade spending,
Very true.
but the army value was not that high, and I think the upgrades that would have made up, if he had stood behind his buildings, he could have just shredded so many zerglings without them doing
Yeah.
any damage to his army that he could have steamrolled those ultralisks as soon as they broken through his deep base defense.
Yeah. But very nice games from both players. Like, they played really well mechanically and everything. Like, it was quite smooth to watch.
Yeah, that is true. It was a fun match to cast. Andre has stepped up his game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Very.
It was not an easy win for Christoph.
No, that's true. And I wonder if, like, with that experience he has lately, if he's gonna have some kind of special strategy. It's Polar Night, so it's a massive map, so it's hard to do something cheeky to get an easy win. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what he's up for. Yes, we are ready. GLH. And here we go. In the top position, we have the green Zerg player DaKrist.
And
yeah,
in the bottom mid position, we have the blue Protoss kAzeN.
yes.
The first match was won by DaKrist because of an army misplacement of kAzeN, I would call it.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this second game turns out. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with kAzeN's performance.
Yeah.
Since the last tournament, or even since the first tournament, he's gotten a really good game, and Christoph did not have it easy here to defeat him. So I'm really, really interested, curious what is going to happen in this game.
Yeah, me too. I can't really predict. Like I almost hope that he's gonna do some kind of cheeky build. Like with all that experience, he's gotta have some kind of build that just surprises the hell out of DaKrist. That would be great to see and go to our final game. And you notice on this map too, for the Protoss point of view, the third base is quite far away, meaning that it's gonna be a bit harder to defend it, but also a bit easier to attack the Zerg third base. So usually you would see Protoss be aggressive on maybe 2 bases, or even 1 for that matter, but 2 bases is usually the standard nowadays.
Yeah, actually, is this a rather new map? Because I think I have not ever played on this map yet. We have double Stargate from kAzeN. Interesting. Double gateway, sorry. Very interesting.
What? Oh, is that intentional?
I'm not sure. If it would be proxy, I would say definitely, but in this case...
Sure.
I'm not so sure. DaKrist will probably wonder the same thing once his Overlord hits the base. If he definitely should scout the entire base, and he will see that there is not much that can defy him in the air, so his Overlord is basically safe until a Cybernetics core is up. Or a Forge, and which I doubt he will do.
He did make 2 pylons, so it seems like he's aware he's gonna need the supply for all the zealots he's going to make.
Yeah, he will do a lot of zealots, but if he does not create a cyber core...
3 gate? What the hell is this?
This is...
Oh my
I think that was the mistake, yeah. I just want to say, if he does not put down a cyber core and it goes for an attack, he would really want that mothership core in case he loses the battle.
Special tactics. It's that's an interesting... I hope he's gonna... He could, like, now that you've made this mistake thing, you could chrono out a few zealots and go for some pressure, actually. And see what you could get done.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough zealots just yet. I mean, 2 zealots don't cut... 3 zealots, actually, he has. Doesn't cut anything, but now it's 4. With 5 zealots, I think he could poke a bit, because he definitely has the power to destroy queens. He does have the power to destroy link forces, which are maybe up to 10 links, could easily be taken. He leaves 1 zealot back, though, to block off, and he actually blocks his own probe for the expansion. But it is a nice idea. He got a proxy pylon for warp-ins as soon as his warp gate tech is ready. However,
There's gonna be one issue though, because the Ling is gonna go up here and see 4 gateways, so he's
oh yeah,
gonna be completely sure on what's coming.
it's a good old 4 gate. I haven't seen one of these in a long time.
And he responds by, okay, there goes the Ling. There was just first Ling speed and then lair. I was like, well, this guy's confident, but he is making 20 Lings now to try and hold this off. It's not easy to hold off, even if it's old and not too used anymore. You really have to not underestimate it.
Yeah, 23 Zerglings versus 4 Zealots. I mean, it's a 4 gate alright, but so far there are no Stalkers. I think he will probably pop them out as soon as now all his 4 gates are being upgraded to warp gates. There is a fight actually in the middle, just below DaKrist base, and I think 3-4 Zealots have been destroyed.
Right.
However, DaKrist also lost about 10 Zerglings.
Right.
Where do we have the units lost?
Still quite even. A spine crawler coming down. It's a little late with the spine crawler actually.
Yeah, double spine crawler, but I think, well, he will of course have enough defense if he manages to have them finish. But look at the amount of Zerglings, and the Zerglings are actually taking on the Stalkers, while the Zealots were busy with the spine crawler, which
It barely squeezed out.
nothing he wants to have. Oh, will that queen will it be transfused or no? It doesn't need a transfuse because the mothership core is shut down. Now the transfuse is coming. The remaining forces of kAzeN are being taken out here by those 3 queens and the rest of the Zerglings. Another bunch of Zealots coming in, but they won't be able to do too much damage.
Right, he's going to destroy the other warp-in pylon.
Yeah, this pylon is going down. kAzeN is not sure what he's gonna do. He's going to retreat, I believe.
I'm calling it now. We're gonna see Dark Templars.
Yeah, he does have to come up with something cheesy now because he is
Yeah.
definitely in the disadvantage. Roach is coming now for DaKrist. While kAzeN
An
is...
expansion. Nice.
Oh, he's just putting down the expansion now, and if you look at the amount of Zerglings coming in, that is over 24 Zerglings. They catch off 2 Zealots. Only 3 Zealots remain for kAzeN, and that is not enough. This base will be denied, and if they even get into the main base, he will be able to take out all his production. And those 3 Zealots don't seem to be enough to cope with all those Zerglings. He does not have any upgrades on the attack, so 3 hits per Zealot. He's now falling back to block the ramp. Cancels his expansion, which brings him in an economic disadvantage that cannot be described.
Right. Yeah, this is looking very nice. The Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine is coming up, but so is the Spire.
Yes, that's so scary.
Oh, the Zergling. Oh my god. Nice force fields, but 2 Zerglings came through. They were taken out successfully. And DaKrist has to retreat temporarily. A nice hold, I have to say, with 1 Zealot only.
Yeah, that's very true. And I actually think maybe because there's a small chance that because DaKrist saw an expansion, he might not be thinking Dark Templars immediately. He might be thinking, oh, he was just trying to take an expansion, I cancelled that, I ruined his plans. But he does actually have a backup plan for now, and there's no detection yet. But with the Spire, like, this is scary. And like 3 times as much supply. And
Yeah,
third base.
only
It's
27. 35 supply, he's warping in more Zealots. Not a bad choice, but those Roaches, it will be difficult for kAzeN. He will have to, he actually has to prevent this expansion deny, but it does not look like he can. He's not attacking with his units because it probably would be not a successful defense here. he would probably lose all his forces against those. But now I believe that roach is far away down enough that he could actually go in with those 4 zealots and those 2 sentries to win this. But he's playing cautious, and that may not be the good thing to do here.
Yeah, he is gonna have to do like a fine all-in soon, because just looking at the income tab,
I think
yeah. It's hard to even see the Protoss little tiny. Oh, I have some income too. Compared to the mighty Zerg income,
it's
soon to be free saturated.
It's nearly a third
basis.
in minerals in comparison. But I think there will be a Dark Templar attack coming up. 3 Dark Templars loaded up in the Warp Prison.
Mutalisk coming in to the main base.
Mutalisk, this is gonna be the end of kAzeN. He has 3 Dark Templars on their way to the main base, which is good, but he has no single Stalker to take out these Mutalisks. He has no air defense other than 2 sentries, and that is not going to help. Also, DaKrist knows there is a Dark Shrine. He doesn't even do anything about it. He now goes with the Spine Crawler, which is not really the right thing to do. He would at least need a Spore Crawler on top. Nice Photon Overcharge, but it doesn't really do much damage to those Mutalisks. It takes too long to take the first one down. 6 or 7 shots it requires. Oh, he almost got a second one, but not entirely. kAzeN is going for the lair directly, not for the workers. That is an interesting choice. But I think the workers probably would be easier. Now, the Spore Crawler is done. Actually, I think DaKrist noticed his mistake. Can the Spore Crawler be taken down just before? No, the Spore Crawler went down in the same moment as the last DT. Oh, that is such a bad timing.
Yes.
Bad luck for that kAzeN.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate to see because it was clearly gonna be a cybernetics core as the second structure, and then he ends up making like 3 gateways before he puts down the cyber core and just chronos the shit out of it to try and compensate. Yeah, at that point it was kinda too late.
That mistake certainly got him staggering.
Yeah.
He lost some resources, and more important, he lost time.
Exactly. Exactly. Time was really the issue here. It's all about the timing. When you're trying to do, well, a timing attack, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. For a good while here, kAzeN was actually in the advantage. Had a higher army count at around 800, just before 800 seconds in game time.
Oh, that's true.
But then DaKrist just shot ahead and doubled his army supply, and that just was not, couldn't be held. Stream is still working, all good. So up for the wait, is it best of 3?
Yeah, it's best of 3. So that was the final game.
Okay, so this is over. Well, I guess you're not getting a 3-hour match, but how that would be possible with a best of 3 is beyond me anyway. Then in this case we have a winner. DaKrist wins over kAzeN with 2-0.
Very well played.
Yeah, I think I have 9 people watching the stream. That is amazing.
Nice. Hello, people.
This is way over the double of our last tournament. It's really nice. We have near 20 players, I believe.
Yeah.
And additionally, people watching the game. Everything was nice, says Matt Hero.
That's great to hear.
I'm not sure who the people are in the chat. But hi to you, thank you everyone for tuning in into this match in the 3rd Golden Bug tournament. Players were Christoph, aka DaKrist, and Andre as kAzeN. And your casters were Thomas as Zerab and myself, Stefan, as Gatti. Thank you very much for tuning in this match. And we'll hope to see you next time again.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if there will be another match today. I think they try to make me play against somebody else, but I'm not sure if this is gonna happen.
Yeah, we have BlizzCon to watch in
Exactly, and some games to play.
40 minutes. Yes, that too.
Some games that are not tournament related in any case. So thank you very much for tuning in. We'll announce the next match, and we'll let you know if it should happen today. Just stick around in the StarCraft thread or on my channel. I will be announcing if anything is going to happen. Or come into StarCraft and join us.
That's fun. The team games are really fun. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they are hilarious. 4v4. I mean, our computers don't really handle it well, but
it's part of the challenge.
It's hell of a lot of fun.
Yes, very cool.
Alright, thanks everyone. I'm gonna cut the stream now. Have a good weekend and see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks again, Sarah, for casting with me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
And